signature styles at prices less than you think. Fall in love with boohoo.com.
Welcome to Style in the City, Greater Manchester's only dedicated fashion and beauty programme. Coming up this week, it's red carpet glamour as stylist Amy talks us through all things fashion from the Oscars. The city's experts confess all about the spending habits of Manchester's women. I'm flying high as I test out a unique onboard service that's jetting out of Manchester Airport. And I'm joined by a panel of Manchester's top style gurus to answer some of the city's fashion and lifestyle dilemmas. Right, it's Oscars fashion this week and I'm so excited. We've got Amy from Manchester Fashion Network to tell us what the celebrities will be wearing. What is the most important thing that those actresses want to do on the red carpet?
Well, there's a lot of A-list celebrities up for like Best Actress this year, so I'm thinking like dramatic, glamour, just really over the top, so they look absolutely stunning on the red carpet. Over the top, I love it. Well, let's invite our Scarlett Johansson on, who's Carla. Well, I would say the red carpet, but Channel M budget, it's an orange one. And we've obviously got our Paps in as well. So we've gone blue. Do you think she's going to go blue? I'm not sure. It's just that she's like, her style is very mature, beyond her years, very vintage era, Hollywood glamour, and she always seems to match her lipstick with her shoes, so her colour looks really gorgeous on Scarlett.
Scarlett recently has been in the papers as saying she wishes she wasn't in her 20s, she wishes she was in her 30s, 40s. Little does she know. And does that reflect in what she wears?
She's normally 50s style. 50s glamour, definitely.
And she doesn't really ever do that uber trendy, she always goes classic.
No, today she's wearing like a long von dress which is structured and it's perfect for spring and summer, so a lot of people will be wearing on-trend dresses.
Lovely. OK, thank you very much indeed. And we've got Amanda next, who is our Angelina Jolie, who, again, never thinks outside the box as far as I'm concerned.
She never thinks outside the red carpet box. It's usually simple and extremely elegant. And we've put on some jewellery, never a necklace, just always like a simple bracelet and bag.
Why doesn't she? I mean, she's young enough to just wow us.
I know. This year, I really want to see her in. There's like a stunning gold Ralph Lauren dress and something that will it's figure hugging again, but something that she will absolutely look incredible in. So I predict something gold.
Gold? Oh, yes, right. Well, we'll hold you to it.
I'd like to see her in gold.
OK, thank you very much indeed, Amanda. And next we've got our Anne Hathaway, and it's the gorgeous Emma. This is stunning.
This is Grecian, and Anne Hathaway's got a new stylist, Rachel Zoe, at the moment. And so I'm not too sure what she's going to put her in, but I do see Anne Hathaway in something very, very glamorous. She's like a goddess.
But she is, again, very young, and she's uber slim at the moment, isn't she? Again, down to her stylist.
Yes, no, this is a perfect. The neckline's on trend, everything. Something Grecian would look absolutely gorgeous on.
And just moving down from what we'll see at the Oscars, is this Grecian look something that's be in the high street for us as well?
Yes.
Fabulous. So I like that. I've got some summer weddings, so I'll keep that in mind. Thank you very much, the gorgeous Anne Hathaway. We've got our Kate Winslet next to her, and it's Gina. Now, I know Kate Winslet is Bendalisi.
Yes.
She loves Bendalisi, but what do you think she'll be in?
Well, he's actually pitched 14 sketches to Kate Winslet, so she might choose one of those. So I'm not too sure who she'll be wearing, but Armani have got a great collection out, and she would look absolutely gorgeous in a strapless number, because she usually goes for classic, simple silhouettes and all one colour. So
I do like this. I would like to see Kate Winslet in something a bit more exciting this year, just because I think she's going to win as well. Yes. So thank you very much indeed. And next we've got Donna, who is Marissa Tomei, and I have to say, Marissa Tomei either gets it right or gets it very, very wrong.
She can go crazy on the red carpet or something simple and elegant, but I want her to go crazy this year. This is a one-off piece, and I think she'll be wearing couture, definitely. I think Ellie Saab would be perfect for her.
And going forward, are we going to still be doing lace?
Yes.
Lace is not going anywhere.
Yes, it's sexy.
It is sexy, isn't it? I do like that. Thank you very much indeed. And finally, we've got our gorgeous Debbie, and she's Meryl Streep, resplendent in gold.
Meryl Streep's are older, so we want something that's going to cover her in places that older people may not want to be shown. So we've put her in something very simple, like with a nice fishtail dress.
Sorry, I was going to say, normally she wears black, doesn't she?
She normally wears black, and she's usually frumpy, so I've put her in something a bit more elegant this year. So hopefully I would like to see her in something Chanel, maybe couture, something that will make her stand out rather than behind the scenes in like a nice V-neck like she would usually wear.
Is there anybody going down the red carpet that you think will do vintage that we won't see anywhere else?
Well, I may put Scarlett Johansson as a vintage, but I'm not too sure. I don't think anyone else would.
No, Julia Roberts is a fan of vintage. Whether she'll be there, we don't know. All right, Debbie, thank you very much indeed. And thank you so much for your heads up. We shall be glued to the screen for those millions of hours that it's on. Thank you. This week sees the release of Confessions of a Shopaholic, a movie based on the best-selling book by Sophie Kinsella. It stars Isla Fisher as a 25-year-old self-confessed shopaholic living in New York, piling up debts that she can't afford to pay off.
You know that thing when you see someone cute and he smiles and your heart kind of goes like warm butter sliding down hot toast? Well, that's what it's like when I see a store.
Becky, during this film, learns that her shopping habit has gotten out of hand, and she, rather ironically for a shopaholic, ends up getting a job at a successful savings magazine, which is a financial magazine. So the idea that she ends up giving financial advice to people while compulsively shopping is kind of the irony of the movie, and where the humour comes from, essentially.
The film may be based in New York, but it seems that us Manchester women are just as extravagant when it comes to spending. Recent research has shown that we're the biggest spenders in the UK. According to the survey of regional shopping habits, the average woman in Manchester spends more than £1,738 a year on shopping sprees. That's compared to £1,425 in London and £1,226 in Leeds. We caught up with some of the city's best-loved fashion gurus to find out just what it is about Manchester women that makes them such shopping addicts.
Real shopaholics don't actually require any help at all once they're in store. They actually enjoy having a route through everything, and they enjoy the buzz of having to purchase something that's the latest trend.
I think the traits of a shopaholic are definitely spreading things across 3 or 4 credit cards. They've seen someone in something and they've got to have it, and I know we've even gone to the point of where Harvey Nichols, nowhere in the brand stocks it, so we haven't got it in Edinburgh. We've phoned places like Paris, Istanbul, New York. I've even phoned New York and realised, God, I'm phoning them at 5 o'clock in the morning. They're not going to be open just for a pair of shoes or something like that. I think that's when someone is a shopaholic.
What's the most you've ever spent on something?
£325 from a dress from Pastiche. I've only ever wore it once.
I think Manchester women tend to spend a lot of money just because it's such a kind of a wag culture. It's easier these days because you've kind of got to keep up with all the high spenders, and it's quite fast fashion, and everyone's got to look a certain way and be in fashion, and I think it's a need, not a want now.
Probably at least look at least once a week, in all honesty. A handbag, a Mulberry one, probably £200 I think.
I remember I was just in a shop and I was sort of shopping away, and this image came to me of a girl opening a Visa bill, and that was the first idea I had, this girl opening a Visa bill and all those emotions that ran through her head, the shock and the denial and the anger, and I could instantly see the comedy potential of shopping. We all do it, we all love it, it's our guilty pleasure. So I ran home and I wrote the first scene, and Becky Bloomwood was born, and that was the beginning of it.
Occupation, journalist. Dress, Zac Posen. Belt, Todd Oldham vintage. Bag, Gucci, and worth every penny.
I think Manchester women like to spend a lot of money because I think it's really important to look good. But every week there's a new bar popping up in Manchester, whether it be in the Northern Quarter or on Deansgate, and you don't want to wear the same outfit to both, so I think it's really important for people to have a new outfit every week.
Do you think you are a shopaholic?
Yes, I think I am. I think that there's always, I work in towns, I'm always sort of walking around, you always see nice things that you want, so I think I do spend a lot shopping, a lot of time shopping. Probably jeans, spent a lot on a pair of jeans, yeah, maybe like nearly £200.
I am definitely a self-confessed shopaholic. I admit it, you know, I don't get and I feel like it's kind of something that gets me through the week, I think. It's quite, you know, I'm very much into my fashion and my purchases, and I like to see the new things. And it's the buzz of getting a bargain. If you see that designer dress and it's got 70% off, then I'm going to buy it. I've actually seen, you know, ruckuses. I think people have actually fought. I've seen people fight for a product because it was in the sale, like that kind of first thing January sales, like Christmas time rush, and then they come out and they find a bargain and they're fighting.
It makes you feel good about yourself. Granted, sometimes it can be delayed and you could end up thinking, God, what have I bought that for? But most of the time it's a really great feeling, and when your friends see you in something new, it's great. You know, if you've got good friends, they're going to compliment you, or you're going to get a guy looking at you, and I think that's what girls like.
So what's the most you've ever spent on something?
I spent £600 on a belt.
About 500-600. It was an Escada suit.
It creates a buzz, it makes you feel alive almost, and I think sometimes you can buy a product and then not really even wear it or use it for about 3 months, and then suddenly you'll find it again in your wardrobe, and it's that excitement, the buzz of having something new, and again kind of coming up with that new look and feeling like a different person.
And then there's the jackrabbit leap of your heart as you realize
$320 on scuba gear, $787 on underwear.
Underwear is a basic human right.
And if you're a fellow shopaholic, you'll know a hard day shopping doesn't just harm your bank balance, but your feet as well. These weight-shifting insoles from Simply Feet claim to make your slim backs feel like slippers. Well, almost. They slip inside any type of shoe and shift your weight backwards. This decreases the pressure on the balls of your feet and reduces the strain on your feet and legs. They cost £5.95 a pair and are available from their website. Still to come on Style in the City, Aisha Edmondson's here to bring us this week's key look. I find out how one low-budget airline is giving their passengers a first-class flying experience. And if you'd like to know how to update your Christmas party frock into this season's look, then stay tuned for the answer.
See it, want it, wear it. Boohoo.com. Boohoo.com sponsors Style in the City.
See today, wear tomorrow.
Boohoo.com sponsors Style in the City.
I'm Aisha and I'm a fashion advisor here at John Lewis at the Trafford Centre in Manchester. This week's key look will take you straight from day through to the evening with a few simple changes. This dress here is absolutely gorgeous. This is a silk satin dress in the flower puzzle print and it's empire line, so it's really flattering for most body shapes. It has got a tie detail at the back so you can fasten it. The ruching across the shoulder again is really flattering, so it'll sit across your bust quite neat. To take this from day, you'd probably have to wear it with a black jacket, that'd be quite nice, and you could actually layer it and wear a pole neck underneath it as well. And it should take you definitely from day through to night. As mentioned before about a black jacket to suit your dress, to complement your dress, this one's really perfect. Nice clean lines, beautifully tailored, which flatter the dress as well. So you've got your outfit sorted. Now to finish it off, what we do need are your shoes. So perhaps for the day it'd be ideal to wear with black knee-high boots and black shoes, no opaque tights. But for the night, we've got some gorgeous shoes to jazz it up. Bright Ted Baker shoes, and these are on trend, the platform and pencil heel.
Now, I can't be the only one who gets slightly stressed coming to the airport. Have you got your passport? Have you got some currency? It's all too much. Well, I'm going on a short flight today that I'm promised a little bit of a treat that's going to de-stress me and relax me. For many, travelling to and from your holiday destination is the most stressful part of the trip, particularly if you're a family with young children. In an attempt to relax and de-stress their passengers, BMI Baby have been trailing these detox zones on their flights out of Manchester Airport in the hope that it will untangle the tension of travelling.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention please on board today? We have a fabulous onboard detox centre. We are offering all of our passengers a free head massage and a hand massage by our fabulously professional holistic therapists.
Why do you think people would benefit from these services?
Well, it's a feeling of well-being, as well as, helps the mind and body relax, eases away any tension or stress areas that you may have. So also physically helps joint mobility and circulation, so eases blood flow really. So it's just a general sense of well-being.
And the burning question, do people have to come down and pay for it?
No, it's completely free, so they're trialling it at the minute, so it's just seeing what the responses are like.
And I know you've done a couple of these flights before. How popular has it been?
Really good, because it's beneficial and achieves relaxation. Everyone's quite interested in it, so we've done it from East Midlands on a flight to Geneva, and that turned out really well.
Fly with me, let's fly away.
Now I know guys are sometimes a bit intimidated by massages, so have you had a lot of fellas come down?
No, they're quite interested as well in it, yeah.
Fabulous. Well, thank you. I'm going to shut up now and just relax.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't know what all the fuss is. Why do people get so stressed on flights?
Pack up, let's fly away.
Time now for our panel of experts to answer Manchester's style dilemmas. Joining me in the studio is personal trainer Paula, hairdresser Craig and image consultant Susanna Kelly. Team, thank you so much for joining us. We have got problems aplenty to solve. Let's jump straight into the screen.
Is it true that red and green shouldn't be seen in all cases?
Suze?
If she wants to be one of Santa's helpers, then I would say go for it. I really would. Other than that, don't do it. It's too much of a big contrast and it doesn't work. It just does not work in anything.
Right, well, you told us that we're not going to do it. Let's have another look.
Why, when you get your hair, why do you have to have your hair dyed and then have it all cut off? Why do they not do it the other way around? Why do they not cut it first and then dye it?
Craig, I have often thought that. What's the answer?
Quite a simple question, really. It's just a case of timing. There are the odd occasion where we would cut someone's hair first, then colour on it. But more often than not, it's just a timing issue.
Oh, right, so it's not for any sort of hairdressing thing?
No, there's no real technical reason for it.
Fabulous. OK, we've an email here. It's Melissa, 28 from Bolton, and it's from you, for you, Susanna. I spent a fortune on my Christmas glitzy dress. How can I keep wearing it and updating it so it still looks great?
Well, that all comes down to what she's bought, really, because if it's very, very glitzy, she's going to be a little bit, and certainly patterned and textured, then she's going to be a little bit limited. Although she could change the length of it if she wanted to. She could team it up with some different colour tights. If it's the classic little black dress, which most of us have got, then there's loads you can do. Change your tights, shoes, accessories. If you're a whiz on the sewing machine, which I'm not, but equally if you know somebody, then it's great to be adding bits as well. You know, we've got this season we've got fringes coming in, some more ruffles, so she can do loads with it, especially if it's plain.
I always think look through magazines, see what everyone else is doing.
Yeah.
OK, let's go back to the screen.
Yeah, how can I lose weight but still keep my curves?
That's a good one, Paula.
Well, yeah, the key would be to lose some body fat. So rather than just diet and lose shape,
than if she was to do it properly and lose some body fat and maybe do a little bit of resistance training to keep the muscle tone, then she could possibly keep her curves.
Now, when you say losing body fat, is that something she can do on her own, or does she need to take advice first?
Yeah, I would say get some advice, because no, you wouldn't know. You would need it to be assessed. So you can jump on the scales and see your weight, but you won't know what your body composition is unless you get somebody to assess that for you.
Oh, it's all very complicated, isn't it? Right, let's have another look at the screen.
Where can you find good skinny jeans for guys? Because I'm always wearing girls' jeans.
Brave man.
Brave I'm sorry, man. I hate skinny jeans.
Skinny jeans or skinny jeans on men?
Yeah, skinny jeans, full stop. They should be burnt. But anyway, let's answer his question.
Well, again, comes down to budget, because he's as likely to find some great skinny jeans in Primark at the moment as he is in Topshop. Topshop always produce good denim at great prices. If he wants to go up the brand ladder and spend a bit more, then I love Diesel and I love All Saints this season for their skinny jeans.
But
beautiful.
Please, are they still going to be around, Susanna? Please.
While there's youth and spirit, the answer's yes.
No,
sorry, for you and me.
Yeah, for me and
good
you.
Night.
We've neither youth nor spirit. Yeah, let's have another look at the screen.
Well, when you go out on a Saturday night, it's really hard because I've got long hair, so have you got any tips for putting it up?
An updo, Craig. What are you suggesting?
If you're doing it yourself, the best thing really is to try and keep it simple. Don't go too far with it and keep it really natural looking, with movement in possibly, because then that way you can, any of the clips are going to hide a little bit more. If you're going for a really sleek look, it's going to be too complicated to execute, really.
And would you say if you were having a special occasion and having an updo, book in with the hairdresser?
Go to the salon.
Yeah, I mean, it isn't that expensive, is it? It's what, £10, £15 to have an updo. Not with you, I know. He's a celebrity stylist, we know that. But you look, if you were going to your local salon.
I'm sure it can start quite reasonably, yeah.
Yeah, OK. Team, thank you very much indeed. Competition time now, and how do you fancy winning a year's worth of haircuts and colour, courtesy of Clarity's Hairdressers in Manchester? Clarity's have been in the city centre for 30 years and always offer a top-class service. So, if you want to be pampered every few weeks, why not let salon director Richard Torber keep you a cut above the rest, and a senior colourist keep you bang on trend in the colour department. This is a great way of keeping up with the ever-changing hairstyles of the rich and famous. The prize is to the value of £1,000 and terms and conditions apply. To win, simply text the answer to the following question. What hairstyle did Victoria Beckham make famous? Was it A, the lob, B, the pob, or C, the cob? Text style followed by your choice of answer A, B or C to 88821. Entries cost £1.50 plus your standard network charge. Players must be 16 and over, and lines close at midnight on Tuesday the 3rd of March. You can find more details on the terms and conditions on our website. That's it for this week, but coming up next week on Style in the City. It was acceptable in the 80s, but is the fashion making yet another comeback? I find out how many of us really do suffer from a food intolerance. And I meet Strictly Come Dancing judge Arlene Phillips before taking to the floor myself with a local ballroom dance group.
Signature styles at prices less than you think. Fall in love with boohoo.com.